Hey Herbies, happy Monday. I had a fantastic weekend, week last week. It was one of the best ever. And I was so touched by the spirits last week. I'd gotten a little bit discouraged with that broken rib, and you just can't do that. You have to be thankful for what you have. So today, I have a salve that I call Protection. Now I love my calendula salve. It's probably not my favorite anymore, but that's what I treat skin cancer with. But Protection does exactly what it says it does, and everybody that's tried it loves it. So this is a good thing that you could put on behind the ear on a child who gets upset easily. I like to wear it when I have to go to the grocery store because I pick up energies really easy. So I believe that's why they brought it, frankincense and myrrh, to Christ, is because it was to protect him. So my protection salve has frankincense, myrrh, and lavender in it. And so a new Herbie traded me lavender for teas. So I couldn't be happier than that. I appreciate that, doll. But I want to talk about the ingredients of protection. So, frankincense was actually used in embalming ceremonies of Egyptians and involved the fragrance of natural oil. It is mentioned in Genesis 50:26. Frankincense is mentioned 22 times directly and 59 times indirectly, equaling 81 times in the Bible. Biblical translation is real, pure, white, true, and divine. During times of the Bible, they burnt frankincense and other oils as a sacrifice to the Lord. Frankincense is an oily resin from the boswellia tree. It is believed that evil spirits do not like the smell of frankincense. Therefore, it protects you from things that are out there. Modern day usage of frankincense involves reprogramming cellular memory, thus promoting permanent healing. It helps maintain normal cellular regeneration, helping to treat cancer, depression, allergies, headaches, bronchitis, herpes, tonsillitis, thyroid, warts, brain damage, massive head injuries. And it also stimulates the body's production of white corpuscles, and that's the immune builder, and is used as an expectorant. So there's frankincense, and myrrh is kind of longer, but it's just so interesting about this formula that I have. That it talks about myrrh in Genesis 43:11. And it tells that Jacob advised his followers to take precious fruits to Joseph in Egypt. One of those mentioned is myrrh. Myrrh is also referred to in the Bible as a resin or gum. Women were bathed in this oil and others preparatory to marriage. Myrrh contains sesquiterpene. I should have practiced that before. Molecules which deliver oxygen to the cells. Sesquiterpenes are thought to be especially effective in fighting cancer. Sesquiterpene molecules create an environment where cancer cells can't reproduce. Hence, sesquiterpenes, deliver cancer cells a double punch, one that disables their coded misbehavior and a second that stops their growth. On a side note, the Bible doesn't say much about physicians. Diagnosing and prescribing among the Jews was delegated to the priesthood, while childbirth and the care of women were in the hands of midwives. The word doctor only occurs 3 times. And in Luke 24:6 it says, "And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing and asking them questions." In Luke 5:17 it says, "And it came to pass that on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town in Galilee, on Judah and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them." So, in my understanding, the only people that they called doctors were those that practiced the law. So, let me see. This is kind of insignificant. Myrrh is in a lot of fragrances because it's such an attractive smell. It was used before marriages. The Arabian people used myrrh for many skin conditions. So modern day uses include, it's an antiseptic, so it will kill bacteria. It brings balance to the thyroid and the endocrine system. A lot of us can use that. Things are kind of out of whack, and I'm feeling it in my body. So it would balance your endocrine system, which is your pituitary, your thyroid, your thymus, your hypothalamus. I know there's more, but that's really important. It supports the immune system, bronchitis, diarrhea, thrush in babies, vaginal thrush, athlete's foot, ringworm, viral hepatitis. It promotes healthy skin by helping with circulation, soothe chapped or cracked skin, and hygiene. Anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial and antifungal, so that's why it does the whole athlete's foot, stuff like that. It's an antioxidant. So an antioxidant, what it does, it goes in there and it grabs onto these free radicals and things, chemicals or additives and stuff that we're getting in the air and in our food and everything. It clings onto them and says you're bad, and so it eliminates that. That's what an antioxidant does. It kills some parasites. It inhibits cancer growth. It kills harmful bacteria. Elevates the mood. Myrrh has direct effect on the hypothalamus, the pituitary. That's what I said, which is basically your emotions. When the wise men brought these herbs to Myrrh, she knew exactly what to do with them. Because they're great for scrapes, scars, stretch marks. Myrrh brings forth a sense of security and well-being. And then the last thing is lavender flower. And it smells like heaven in here. So lavender is an analgesic, and an analgesic is just a fancy herbal name for a painkiller. It's great in insect repellent. In fact, it's in my herbal bug spray. No DEET, 4 essential oils in there. It relaxes muscles and calms the respiratory system by treating colds and flus. It's good for sore throats, coughs, and sinus congestion, asthma, laryngitis, bronchitis, whooping cough, and tonsillitis. It's also good for UTIs, cystitis, and retention of fluids. And it also helps lower blood pressure. So that was a long one today. I hope that you guys learned some herbal stuff today. I love protection. Sorry, my husband made a big noise and I lost my train of thought. Anyways, God is great. I hope you guys learned something today, and y'all be safe. Peace out.